Okay, so one thing you gotta understand or whatever, this is how I am. A lot of people or whatever, and like I said before, when you go to read this, you get a little bit of everything or whatever, what people think, what's going on in the background, blah 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 blah. But the way people think or whatever is way different from the way I think. And when I say I remember this is my diary, online diary. So don't think I'm just being cocky conceited. People can think whatever they want to think. But in general, when I say and I know I'm an empath, other people watching on empaths, they can probably relate or whatever. So that's why I just say because I'm talking about different situations. So we'll just say that. But it's just people just do weird things. Okay, one thing that people are saying is people are like looking at you and they're like, yeah, you have a lot of knowledge, but it's like people. I don't even say people in their mind could think she don't have no house, she don't have no car, she don't have no marriage, but she online and these spiritual messages, she ain't all that or something like that. I would never. I don't even. The only way I would do something like that is if I was envious of another person and I want to try to bring them down and make them think that they're less than because they don't have this and they don't have that. And to me, that's kind of silly. That's why I say like the people that be judging or whatever and are such harsh critics be the most fakest people in the world. It's certain people, whatever. Before I say that, let me calm down. And just say this: when you're into tarot land, even though I don't read cards, I'm an intuitive psychic. When you're into tarot and you're posting readings and you're doing this and you're doing that, you have to live your life just in general. I live my life since my awakening in a certain type of way, so I can't be online talking about this and that. And I know I have readers that watch and stuff like that, and it's like you're you know what I'm saying. It's just in general, why would I be online faking and fronting? And I know that I know that I go to readers to find out who's coming against me, and I know other people do readings on me, so that wouldn't even make any type of sense. So one thing that pisses me off, and that's why I try to get people to see things in a way that not only I see them or empath see them, but how God sees them. Just in general, if you sit on your platform or whatever, in general, and you're sitting up there like I'm this, I'm that, whether you're a prophet or reader, whoever you are, and you're like this and this and that, and I'm chosen for the most high, but yet you still out your same mouth you go and you lie against somebody on your channel or whatever, or you go and you throw a shot, but then you talking about in your same on your same channel platform, you talking about a narcissist is coming against this person or this person is coming against you and they're jealous and they're trying, but then you do the same thing. So that's why I said the only way people do that is because they're trying to sound smart in front of other people and they don't really have a true connection to God. Because what you should do is you should be worried and you should fear that the Most High is going to give you judgment for that and karma for that. So that's why I just don't understand. People can do readings on you, which is fine. Like I said, whatever. People can do readings on you. They'll give you warnings and stuff like that. But you can't do. And I'm sorry. People can do readings on you to throw shots or whatever. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Sometimes I hear stuff, and as an empath, you immediately get like, you just immediately get kind of emotional because you're like, I know, no, these mother effers didn't, or whatever. But anyway, let me just calm down. Okay. So people can get readings on you without your permission to just try to, out of spite, to try to throw physical shots and stuff like that on your physical appearance or just in general. Knowing your energy, knowing who you are, knowing you're a good person, knowing you're a real chosen one, knowing that you're not a malicious type of person. But you can't get readings on yourself. After you do that, you can't get a reading on yourself to try to figure out, why am I doing this? Why am I in competition with this person? Why do I feel like that I have to get on my platform and try to take digs at them? Dude, that's why I always tell people, you can do all this, you can see all this, but you can't get a reading and try to find and get a channel message from the Most High and try to find out what your karma is for doing it or what He thinks about you for doing it. That's what. And people think you're trying to be smart for saying that, but in general, it's kind of like people just do stuff and say stuff, and it's just like it irritates me and gets on my nerve. Certain people or whatever, it's like they be trying to throw them shots, and that's why I try to tame my tongue or whatever, because I can really rip a person to shreds with my mouth. It's like people will come around you and they'll say like little slick things, or you don't have a car yet, or just like little certain things, and they don't even be all that or whatever. Like I have a message video on my channel called "Please Check Yourself Before I Do," or whatever. And I was talking about gang stalkers and people, like when I see the people that rush behind their cars, how they look, and people that be laughing and talking, it be people that just be on a lower, let's just say lower frequency or whatever. I'm not going to really to just tear people to shreds, but it's like, even if they have a car, a BMW, it's like you don't have a brain or whatever, because you would clearly see in your mind that something is wrong with you to do that. It's just like people, they, even with that guy who laughed or whatever, who laugh all the time, it's like I see him and you just be like in your mind, like, how can a person like that talk about anybody or whatever? And it just in general, like when you, the way you act, the way you talk, the way you just think or whatever, it's on a whole nother lower, trashy, demonic level. I'm trying not to make this video too long. People who all gather up and get together to sit around and laugh at somebody, they usually do that to a person that minds their own business or a person that's not into the crowd or whatever, and they try to make that person think that something is wrong with them, or either they'll just, it's like they feel some kind of power in doing it. When the person that is an introvert or not a part of the crowd or just a chosen one or an empath in general, we look at people like that like they stupid. We're like, okay, in our mind, we're like, dang, they paying a real close attention to me and I ain't even worried about them. It's like you just, that's what I'm saying. People just do stupid stuff, but can't clearly judge themselves. It's like certain people, like for example, the narc or whatever, lie on you. You ain't this. You broke. You blah 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 blah. But moved in my house. Didn't have shit to stand on. No car. Nothing. A lot of kids married, secretly married, won't tell nobody, and gay or whatever, and a PUSSY, and can't stand up for yourself. But you sitting around lying on me, calling me broke. But that's why I said it's like, and I try not to go too long on it because I don't really care to go into too many details. But it's just like people that you ain't married, they'll be like, you ain't married. But people who throw that in your face or whatever, not the happily married people, but people who throw that in your face, be married and they be having a partner that's not even faithful to them, or a partner that don't even treat them right or show them enough attention. But as long as they got the ring, they better than you. Or kids and stuff like that. But some people, they don't. Never mind. All I'm gonna say is that I'm not trying to really get on here and just talk down on people, but people need to really check themselves. It's like certain people, they'll throw shots, constant shots, and this and that, makeup, blah blah blah, hair, blah 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 blah. It's one reader with a big booty who tried to throw a shot in her reading or whatever and was talking about this and that, and she always used to be dolled up. But then I saw her on one video and she wasn't dolled up and she didn't have no weave in her hair and she looked crazy or whatever. So I'm not even gonna address and say who that is, but it's just like people, they remember, number one, I'm online exposing genders or whatever, deception, giving my opinion about stuff, but I don't be petty. I don't do petty type of silly stuff. It's like when you're exposing a satanic agenda, it's like people, they'll do certain things and say certain things that's like it don't even matter. And then you look at the person or the people that's talking, and either they stupid or either they don't physically be right. So that's what I'm saying. It's just people they just have such strong, harsh judgments, and against people that God sends to be messengers, or just people that God sends to be examples, or just in general telling my testimony. I don't have time for that. I don't even like being around stuff like that. I don't even understand how people can even think like that and don't see themselves as completely stupid or whatever, or something wrong with you. When people are parents, or just in general adults, but when you're a parent and you have a child, it's like you have to do certain things because you know that you're, number one, you're guiding somebody else that's beyond you. So you can't do certain, and just in general, when you're an adult, period, it's like it's just certain things that you just, all that bullying stuff, I don't like certain things like that because people always have to do it covertly. They never really just step to me, say my name, or really just say what they mean. It's always subliminal or a little jab or a joke because they don't have the balls to do it because they know that my response is going to read out their real truth or whatever. And I don't really just have to get all loud and crazy with people no more. Sometimes I do it when it catch me off guard, but it's just like people know I put them in their place. Like, nigga, what? Like, I know you ain't talking or whatever, or that's not your place to even say certain things or whatever against somebody, and you don't even have your together, your life together. So that's what just pisses me off. And just because you have money don't mean you have your life together mentally. That's why I always try to tell people, when you die and everything is taken away from you, and you don't have nothing to stand on, all you have is your soul, your spirit, and your story while you were here on earth, what you did, how you treated people. It's like, how are you going to sell yourself to God? What can you say? I have a Rolls Royce or a Hummer or whatever, and let me in heaven. That makes me a chosen one. Like, what are you going to say? It's people they put on for the wrong people, the people that don't matter. You're not never supposed to live your life in a way where you're competing against another person, or you trying to be higher than this person or that person, or you just in general you putting on for the masses, when the only person that matters is God, because he has the power to take everything away from you or give you more. So that's the thing that just really pisses me off. I don't even understand how people think like that. I don't, I'm not perfect. I'm not no perfect person, but I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. And just when you wake up and you realize what's going on, all that little silly stuff that people be doing, it don't matter or whatever. We look at, people look at me like I'm weird, and I look at people like they weird. Just people just studying you. Just, what's wrong with her? She by herself. She said, it's like so many judgments, but judge yourself. You have so many judgments about me, but you can't judge yourself. You can do readings and pick and poke at people's physical or whatever, but you can't do a reading and judge yourself or whatever and see why you are in competition with this person, why you feel the need to throw a shot. You can't channel an ancestor or whatever and ask them, man, what's wrong with me for even doing it. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Somebody coming back to the car, so I'm gonna get off the phone.